And we're back again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Right, we'll see if we can go downstairs this time then. Yeah? Is that what we want to try and do?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think this is what's called the choice ending. I see.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to do.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I'm going downstairs, bitch. Downstairs. A car?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in
No, I haven't got the broom closet ending yet, Mad.
Why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
We are just in a loop here.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, what?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
This is awesome.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh, really?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
And wake up, and we're still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
What is going on?
Who am I? And everything went black.
And everything went
This
black.
is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
How nice. How friendly. How very friendly. We're back again. Right guys, I need to take a quick break. I need a drink. I'm spitting feathers. Been alive for coming up to 2 hours now. Right guys, if you are new here, please do hit that follow button. I will greatly appreciate it. I am live 5 days a week. I stream a variety of games, but mainly Minecraft and Black Ops Zombies. But I also play, obviously, stuff like the Stanley Parable and other games as well. So yeah, hit that follow button, guys. Honestly, you won't regret it. I'll be right back. What's up, guys? I'm back. Thank you very much for waiting. Qinda, welcome, dude. How are you today, man? Welcome to the stream, man. And Astravex, thank you very much for coming. How are you today, man? What's this game about? Good question. Very good question. Let's kill the tunes. I'm gonna look for like maybe a couple more endings. Let's continue. Resume.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm good, thanks, Q. I'm good. Right, so where are we going now? How do we get different endings?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm going to go for the door on the left again. Because there was one option that I didn't take right before we got to the boss's room, I think. And that was to take the left door. We haven't taken that one yet.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with co-workers. Let it ball up inside you. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some B-level. Ah, too slow. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Yeah, that's what I was going to do, Ruff. Yeah, that's what I was planning. But I wanted to go in the broom closet. That's not fair. That narrator is a bastard.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Executive bathroom. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, is it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Extreme bathrooms. Interesting stuff. These doors weren't open before, were they? What is going on? I don't know where I'm going, but it looks interesting. Elevator music. Nice. Yeah, I'll try tricking the boss's door next time. Alright, how long's this elevator? Reminds you of Battlefield 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna break out of this elevator. Boom, 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 boom. What the actual hell? Never-ending elevator. I think you might be right. It's never going to end. What a troll. Right, I'll try tricking the boss door.
Stepping.
Oops. You can get back out. But now what do I do? Where do I go now? Is it like a special ending, like to do this, or what? Or have I just like glitched the game out? Suppose I should just look around, really. What the fuck? You are now leaving. Escape pod bay for 760. Holy cow. What is going on? Yeah, military I will eventually, but I've stumbled across this way first, haven't I? So right, so I guess we just keep going up. 757. Seven, 5, 8. I can't remember what number I need to go up to. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got to go through a red door. Oh, here we go. Escape pod launch bay. What the fuck? What is this? It's too dark, I can't see anything. I can't see a thing. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Ah! I don't know what's going on. What the hell? What the actual hell? Ah! I don't know what just happened.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how
All
hard
the
Stanley
computer screens
looked,
are on.
he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
That one isn't. I'll try and turn them all off, see what happens. See if anything happens. But they've all got that on the screen.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know how to get to the adventure line. You'll have to tell me.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I'll go through the red door military, don't worry.
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For although this keypad guarded the terrible secret of Stanley's past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible to guess blindly. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I was just trying to put in random numbers because I was thinking maybe something might happen if you put in the wrong number so many times. Oh crap. $19.47 is so you can put other codes in and it'll do something.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Ah, just tricked you.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Violent death? That doesn't sound very nice.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, you're okay.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward, and willingly confront his death.
I don't know if I want to do this. What's going on? Oh shit. Ow!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no
what have you just told me to
consequence
do?
whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
No.
Farewell,
Oh my
Stanley.
god. Oh shit. Oh shit.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What? What?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh, I've got some nice paintings. Stanley's computer. Office layout. Oh, here we go, yeah. Stanley's office. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, cool. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Those are all the paintings in the game. Oh, they're all the paintings in the game. Cool. What's this one say around here? The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets, interesting. Office computers. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Interesting. The office. I think that's it. I think that's all we got to see. Credits. Boss's office. Screens from the development of the boss's office. Clock. How interesting. An early version of the underground portion of the game.
They're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing. Does that sound plausible to you?
Narration outtakes. Kevin Brighton, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from the early takes that were not used in the final game. I can barely even hear them. Employee lounge. Freedom ending. This is the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. The what? The what ending? Freedom end. It's the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down, with freedom above and countdown below. We abandoned this when players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. What the fuck, no point in you going to school tomorrow just because we're not doing anything because my class is already finished right now. Don't go then. Countdown room, innit? I'm yet to see that room. I'm yet to see it. Game design mock-up. Wow, there's a lot to see here. There's an awful lot. The telephone. In the previous version of the choice leading you to the apartment ending, a timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. The cargo lift was entered off of the choice of staying on or jumping off to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. This is the second version. The second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game, but we wanted it to look more like a place where cargo was actually stored. Flow voice flow following the first two doors was important to get right since players will replay them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won. Zending model. The Zending went through many iterations. This room represents the fourth version of the ending, and we thought it was complete, but decided to abandon and change it again shortly before launch. I don't think I've seen that either. Cut and merged with another part of the game. Originally part of the Zending, believing the narrator would describe what colour they had pulled. Okay, no worries, military. No worries, dude. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realised this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. I'm gonna get lost in here. Oh, what's this? We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator informing viewers that he is preparing a new version of the Stanley Parable. don't know if there's even any sound to this. I can't hear anything. Right, I don't want to see it anyway. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are the selection of those emails. Crazy shit, man. The bot's still down rough. I need to pay for the licensing, and I can't afford to, so yeah, the bot's down until I pay that. Alien base. What? Well, that sounds cool though. The photocopier. Maintenance room. I think that's it. I think I've seen it. I think I've seen it all. If I haven't seen it all, I must have seen it all. Must have. How do we get out of here now though? That's what I want to know. How do we get out? Oh, exit this way.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Who's that? Who's that?
Can you see?
Narrator.
Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now. Let be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Squash. Ow. It's her. Yes, the maintenance room. Down that elevator is where you get the confusion ending, which leads to the adventure line. Right, I see. I think I see. I'm not sure. I don't know what it's doing right now. Loading, I think. Sandwich time. Oh, come on, game. What are you doing? What are you actually doing? I'm dead. I'm actually dead. What, so I just have to begin the game again? What is this now?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is new.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending. Oh, sweet. The whiteboard ending. I like it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The maintenance room. So which way is the maintenance room? How do I get to the maintenance room? Is it left or right for the maintenance room? I want to go right for the maintenance, don't I? Welcome back, military. Welcome back, dude. Right, we'll go this way. Boom.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Was there something I had to do in that whiteboard room, Ruff? Because I couldn't... I wasn't sure.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't know where to go.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Do I drop off
There's
again?
someone
I
you've
can't
been
remember.
neglecting, Stanley.
Do I need to drop off?
Someone you've forgotten about. Please. What? Really?
I honestly
And
can't
in
remember.
the middle of something, do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Go through the
I
door
don't
on
know
your
how
left.
to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
Oh, the one
to
that he
show you
tells you
something
to go
beautiful.
through.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that
Too
I'm
late.
on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Right, I'll go through the red door.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, hello.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What are we looking for? What's this? What the hell's this?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I
It's
actually
beautiful.
feel happy.
Oh wow, it's trippy, man. Aliens! Crank up a Marley. Hell yeah, bro. It never ends. So can I go down here?
No, wait. Where are you going? Right. Where were we?
Sorry, narrator. I'm so sorry. Okay, I think that's enough, narrator. Oh, this is very, very beautiful, but no. We need to get going. Jump off. I don't want to jump off. I don't know what it might do. Fly. I'm not a superhero.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Why would I die on the stairs? I ain't gonna fall down them.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Hang on. What? Are you for real?
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing. No!
Oh.
Thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
No.
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
No, narrator, I'm so sorry. I want to
God.
kill myself.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Oh, I forgot the 360 Coinder. Sorry, dude. I'll try it this time.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
He seems to be getting weaker, the narrator. For every time I jump off here.
Is it
Oh.
over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh, I think I killed myself. I think I did it. And we're back. Wow.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So it was the one on the right, wasn't it? Now do the confusion ending. Right, so tell me what the confusion ending is, Ruff. I need to go through the right door, yeah? Pretty sure we said I had to go through the right door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
White Husky, how's it going, dude? Welcome.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Peril, welcome, dude. Right. Right, then left into the elevator. Left as in here.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No. No, it's taking me down, Peril. It's taking me down, man. It doesn't want to take me up. This elevator just goes
But
down.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Okay. It's the only way I can go at the minute.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
You motherfucker.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, come on.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
It better had be. Let's go. What is this now?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Again. That was the confusion ending. That was crap. The narrator is salty, yeah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Swear there was a kitten on one of them monitors. You mean... Oh, you mean, oh, yeah. I thought you meant one of the computer monitors. There might have been. I don't know. Here we go, it's time. What do you mean it's time?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
What the hell? Right, okay. This looks like a bit of a maze.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No. Narrator, you troll.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Well, yes, that's the only option really, isn't it? Don't recognise that.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Don't do this to me. Oh, it's doing it.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. Oh shit.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember,
Yeah.
Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Yes, it was.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh my days. What? The Stanley Parable adventure line. I need to get a quick drink. My mouth is well dry. Hang on a second. Then we'll do the Stanley Parable adventure line. Brilliant. Okay. Let's do this. Right, here we go.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
So, Ruff, is it as simple as just following the line? Is that all I gotta do? Like, or is there things to find off the line? I suppose I'll find out. When I get my own place one day, I'm gonna have a Stanley Parable adventure line going through my house. Nice. Hello. But we haven't been through here before, have we? Bedtime story with Bojo. Oh yes. Bedtime story time.
See? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's
To
the
destiny!
thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just
This
stick
line is
with
going
me.
crazy.
Now we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I like it. This is cool. This is ace. Real life song. It is, isn't it?
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Yes. Can we continue?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, ignore Moobot Astrovix. He's just cranky.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, not again. We got the adventure line back though.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
No.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
But the adventure line doesn't go in that direction. Alright. I guess so.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh, I dread to think what this bit's going to be now.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
No.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Look in the windows. No!
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes
Briggsy,
blank
welcome,
simply
dude.
because
Yeah, it's
written
been
here
cracking me.
on
This is the first time
this
playing. It's been
thing,
cracking me up as well.
Wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know.
What for?
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
What the hell? That noise was horrible. It seems he restarted the game.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, so that was the confusion ending then. In its entirety. Right. Let's go this way.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
The office windows. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can still see the adventure line. Yeah, you got to remember about the stream delay, Ruff. It's like 12 seconds, but I can see it through this window anyway.
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic. like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Was there anything else down here? Alright, no worries, Coinder. Nice one, dude. Cheers for stopping by, man. Was there anything else down there? I can't remember if there was. Let's go this way anyway. Oh, we're back here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Took 17 minutes. Shit. Right, what was the special passcode for this door in here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean, he wondered? Desperate for answers, he began turning the room over looking for clues that might unravel the situation, until at last he discovered a keypad behind the boss's desk. But alas, no code. For this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
1947.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. Stanley ventured forth into the newly opened passageway.
Nothing's happened though. Exactly the same thing has happened as before. Unless I need to keep going. Probably. That's probably what I need to do. Can't remember what happens. Well, the only way to go is down here, so I don't know. I might have missed something. Or this could take me somewhere else. I don't know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
We've already done this one.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh right, so you're just making me waste my time, I see. Thanks, bro.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
But yeah, you can power up the mind control thing. How'd you do that then? Oh yeah, you choose it at the end, don't you?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Right. Let's jump in there.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Wasn't it?
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he
That
would
red button
dismantle
looks so
the
attractive. I
controls
just wanted to
once
press it.
and for all.
What's this do? Oh, hang on. They're all numbered. There's some numbered. We'll do it in order then. One, 2, 3, 5. 4's got to be over here. No, 4's up there. And number 5. Probably isn't going to do anything. If you stay in the mind control facility long enough, the gates that take you back open and allow access to the light button. Right, I'm going to try doing the numbers quicker. If not, I don't know what they're used for. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nothing. Gone past the secret disco now. Never mind.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yep.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
I need to get out of here.
I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
Shit.
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
We got any more red buttons to press?
Only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Right, yeah, I'll try 1 to 5.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Oh, shit.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Afraid what?
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then no ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment
shit,
of
we're gonna go boom
until the moment I say happily ever after.
And we start again. Can't turn it off really, the buttons are trolls. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. I'm not surprised whatsoever. Right, do you know any more endings, like off the top of your head? Because if not, I might end the stream. Because I'm pretty tired. Ugh. Do the inputs on the computers at the start next. I don't know how to do the inputs.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yes, I've unplugged the phone, Astrovix. Yeah. Yeah, we've been out of the window as well. Yeah, we did. We jumped off the cargo lift as well. Yeah, none of them are displaying the input things though, are they? Oh, you can actually play that baby game for 4 hours. Yeah, there's nothing on the screens, rough, whatsoever. I could only turn some of the screens off. Yeah, I've done the freedom ending as well.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
The inputs only come up sometimes. Yeah, they must do.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I can't move.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
okay.
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, the adventure line's gone.
And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room, what a room. This is what Stanley thought. What a room. What a room, what a room. What a... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I don't know how to. I didn't know how to continue the confusion engine though. Yeah, we did see the inputs right from the start before.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about
a little bit
nothing
of
but
death?
you all this time.
Everyone likes death.
There's someone you've been neglecting. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh my days.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, there's still no input things on these computers. I missed it, rough. I missed it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You can do it whenever, rough. I just typed it in now. What the fuck? Face punch. It just replaces all the textures with this. That is confusing. Oh, you can actually see through them windows though.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Is there anything else down here? Maybe.
But
Oh, it's
Stanley
just this thing
just
again.
couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
This bit's really
and in
long,
such a
isn't it?
competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever.
The serious
I will be
room.
happy.
That sounds cool.
Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes. A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Yeah, I can't be asked doing that right now. I'm ending the stream in like 5 minutes anyway, so I might do that next time. Maybe next time. So I'm a bit burnt out on this now. I'm
When
getting sick
Stanley
of the
came
sight
to
of
a
these
set
offices.
2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here.
Oh yeah, out
either.
the window I can choose. Yes,
Feeling
you're
a
right.
wave
Yeah.
of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right, I'll try choosing yes out the window then. What the? Which phone is it? This one.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
No.
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
How strange. I want to talk to more outside people.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you
You'd
sick of
make
this
like the
gag
world's
yet?
biggest castle.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
Ooh. Yeah, I can't remember which one the cargo lift is. Is it the one that takes you across to the phone? Right, that's enough of that. Come back out of the cargo lift. I tried doing that and then I think I'm going to be finishing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What did it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
We got our
lost a memo.
boxes. We've had our delivery of boxes. Can actually not get over there anymore. Damn it, boxes. Boxes are freaking everywhere. Oh my days. The boxes are real. They're a fire hazard.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
Is that it? It was okay. It was okay. Every time I've come through this fucking lounge, it is giving me a fucking speech of how beautiful it is and everything, how majestic it is. But now, he's just saying, it's okay.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, thank you.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
No, we can't make that, surely.
Come on. I'm sure you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
I'm not doing it. It's just suicide. But then again...
Whoops. Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
Damn you, narrator. Damn you.
All
At
of his
least the boxes
co-workers
are
were
gone.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
How do we
up to
open the
his
broom
boss's
closet
office,
again?
hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I've been up here many a time. I think that's it. I think I'm done. I think I'm actually done. Yeah, I'll have to research them. Let's go in the elevator. Oh. Right then, my lovelies. I am going to head off to bed. Save. Awesome. So yeah, guys, thank you very much. Hang on, I think the broom closet will be open next time you load up the game. Cool, cool. Guys, thank you very, very much for joining me tonight. If you're new, please hit the follow button. I'm live 5 days a week, playing a variety of different games. So yeah, if you think you want to come back, chill with me again, then yeah, please do hit the follow button. It's muchly greatly appreciated. I've got a Minecraft server if anyone's interested in Minecraft. There is that. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night, guys. You look after yourselves and your families and whatnot. And yeah, I'll speak to you tomorrow night, guys. Yeah, I think they've only just added it rough. But yeah, good night, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. Adios.